Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Miniart, and this is a kit which is made in 1/35 scale. I would say a traditional size for this brand, and this time we get the oil products delivery car, which is obviously based on Lieferwagen Typ 170V, and of course we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. So it will be interesting to check together what is actually supplied inside and why this might be an interesting build for all modelers who don't want to work with military vehicles in 1/35 scale. So as I said, you can get the same release already on Modelimex webshop, and as you can see, the box size is standard for such thing from Miniart. Here is comparison with my hand. We also have the kit number is 38069, and here on the side you will find also some safety information, address of the manufacturer, while on the opposite side you can see the small mention that decals are from Cartograph, and we have 4 marking options which are quite colorful, to be honest. So it might be, that's why I'm saying that it might be a really great build, because it will be something different from all of those military vehicles we are used to seeing this size. So as you can see here, we have plenty of space. All sprues are sealed into one plastic bag, so I'm going just to cut through it and we will check together the plastic sprues. In the meantime, I can also remind you that you can find the previous versions of this vehicle on YouTube channel as well. I reviewed them all, so it's easy to check it, and I show all of the possible strong sides and weak sides, and of course the articles, I'm not sure if some of you know, but there are also articles, review articles, which are published on the website, which is named the same way as this YouTube channel, and there you will find the detailed photos as well as the more, let's say, feedback about this or that kit in particular. Okay, so I'm opening second plastic bag because it was carrying the decals and also the clear plastic sprue, so we are going to start with them. And for this I will just zoom in a bit, and here you can see the clear plastic sprue. So this clear plastic sprue is quite nice, but we don't have any masks included here, so in case you would like to have a nice paint work on your model, you have to cut your own masks, and believe me, it will be necessary because the framing otherwise is really tricky to copy. But that's not all. As I say, the same plastic bag was carrying the decals, which are printed by Cartograph, so printing quality is really great, and here we have all necessary symbols. We have several license plates, and what I'm now trying to find is some decals for the dashboard, but I don't see any dials here, which is really weird because previous releases actually featured such thing. So maybe we will have to check the assembly manual during the this video. And what I'm doing right now is opening another envelope with the PE thread. So this one is dedicated to those unpainted metal parts. As you can see, there are some interior and also exterior parts, and this is really great bonus because in 1/35 scale all of those tiny parts matter. So that's why do not be lazy, install them all and you will be actually rewarded with a really nice result. Next, we continue with the first gray plastic sprue. So as you remember, this is the oil delivery products car, so that's why we have here this large barrel, and as you can see, it is separated into several parts. We have also some guiding elements inside, and overall this might be familiar to some of you because it was also released as a separate kit, so now it's just a part of this release. And I mean, it's suitable by the topic, so that's why I don't have any objections here. And next we continue with the engine. So this type of car or this type of kit from Miniart actually includes really detailed suspension and the engine. Here you can see, for example, engine and gearbox, and of course it will be your decision whether you would like to show them, but I think it would be a shame to hide such a thing under the bonnet, so definitely think through. And note also here the springs, which some modelers actually copy with a metal wire just by let's say warping it around some rod, but you can also use these plastic parts. They are as convincing as the metal parts. and of course they are not workable, but I think this is something what is expected with such kit. Next we continue with another plastic sprue for the oil product. So here you can see the top and bottom part for these barrels. As you can see, we also have some pre-molded details, surface details. We also have this hand pump, and everything looks fine. If I flip it over here, you can check these parts from the opposite side. So it's quite, I would say, standard in a good sense product for Miniart. What I'm looking at now is this portion of the sections or of the panels for the rear section, and as you can see, we don't have the wooden texture here, and overall the molding quality is quite fine, but of course it's a good opportunity to play with some weathering, because those parts are usually really hardly beaten, and that's why you can try to replicate something of this sense as well. Next we continue with the first vehicle part, which is quite large. So here you can see the floor panel, which is molded together with wheel fenders, and they are quite easy to combine thanks to such design. So we just need to install the interior and also the side panels for the car body. Here we continue with the front cap panels, and I'm not sure if this vehicle will be actually the full pickup version, because as you remember on the picture we also had the tent, so we will see it further in the video review, but otherwise this parts division makes sense, and I think you won't have any problems with such design. Next we continue with the pair of plastic sprues. So it is supplied in a double portion, let's say, because here we have the road wheels, and we also have some interior parts as well as the minor elements for the doors on the car. As far as you can see, we also have the luggage bags or boxes, but I'm not sure if they will be useful for this release. You can see them here in the corner. But plastic wheels, of course, this is a great thing, because you can just assemble them by combining the circles together, and we have really nice tire features here, so this is something what is worthy of your out-of-the-box build, and you don't have to waste your money for some additional aftermarket. Next we continue with the doors. So obviously the rear doors will not be needed for this type of the vehicle, because pickup does not have rear doors, but as you can see, the front doors should be assembled out of several panels, because we have the door cards molded separately, and of course the clear parts were molded separately, as you saw in the beginning. We also have the guiding elements here, so do not worry, all of this stuff should be easy to combine in a precise way without any mismatching. Next, I was mentioning the tarp or tent over the rear section, so it is molded actually as a single piece part, and this is really cool because here you don't have to bother with the smooth connection between these separate panels. You just need to install this one and you are pretty much good to go. And here inside we do not have any really vivid push marks. We do have the minor ones, but I don't think they will be visible on the finished model. And last but not the least is the sprue A. So here we have the chassis, one-piece chassis actually for the vehicle. That's I mean, I don't remember which version in terms of the numbering this vehicle is, but it still impresses me that they molded it as a single piece part, and you don't have to work with the separate bars here. Obviously you won't have to use this floor version because it is for the saloon version, and we also get here some parts for the front bonnet. Note that the front bonnet panels are molded separately, which actually hints on the possibility of opening this section of the vehicle, but of course it will require also some fine details on the vehicle in the engine bay area. Next we continue with the assembly manual. So here we have the classic large color printed brochure. I would say classic for Miniart, so in case you've assembled some of the models from them, you will be familiar with this one. So on the first page we have the short list of the features, then we continue with the two marking guides for those vehicles, and as I say, those are quite colorful options, so definitely worth copying, and it will be a hard choice deciding which one you would like to see on your vehicle. And now I'm again having a difficulty to pick up the page. So here you can see the parts map, and we continue with the assembly of the engine. So with the engine I would recommend to think through how you would like to paint it, because some of the elements will be really difficult to reach later, and it's not something you can solve with a brush. Next we continue with more parts for the wheel axles. We install all of this stuff for the on the chassis, and as you can see, we continue with exhaust. We install the floor panel. Then goes the fuel tank, which is assembled out of several parts. Here we have the steering wheel and front cap assembly. And here is the dashboard, by the way. And I'm not sure why it's written here that we have the decals. It's 08 decal, so I will just check it right now because I didn't see it on the 8th position, but maybe it is there. And when I'm checking the decal sheet, I do not see it there, so it's really weird because you can see it with your own eyes. Here is the number 8 and there are no decals whatsoever for the dials. And, well, you can copy it with a needle and black color, black paint. So that's also doable. I think in this scale it will do. And we also get the separate glasses for this dial, so it should be okay. Next we continue with the road wheels, and also we assemble the rear bed. As you can see, the rear bed is glued out of several panels. Then here we have the front grille, we have the screen wipers, separate doors, we have the bonnet panels, and note that manufacturer shows that you can assemble the open or closed version of this section of the vehicle. The same goes for the front doors, both of them. And here we continue with the rear section. So you can also assemble the open or rear or closed rear section of the tarpaulin, which is quite useful feature in case you have some ideas for your diorama project. And also some barrels assembly, which is quite easy and straightforward. We have even the separate marking guide for them. Here's the third marking option from Belgium, and here's one more from Denmark in 1950s. So overall, this looks like a nice kit from Miniart. In 1/35 scale, it's ready to be used in some diorama, maybe post-war, but still add some figurines and you'll get a nice scene in popular scale. And of course, I'll be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.